My brothers and sisters, I can imagine while Jesus was hanging on that cross, he was saying to himself, this is not scripture, this is Pastor C. I can imagine when he was on that cross, he was saying, Mel, to himself, he was saying, go ahead, drive the nails in my hand. Go ahead, drive the nails in my feet. Go ahead, place that crown of thorns on my head. Go ahead, laugh at me. Go ahead, mock me. Go ahead, jeer me. Go ahead, pierce me in the side. Go ahead, spit on me. Go ahead, hang me on the cross. Go ahead, make me shame. It's okay, because when you place my body in that grave, don't think it's over, because Sunday's coming. Lord, I felt that right there. Nudge your neighbor, say, Sunday's coming, sir. Sunday's coming. On the third day, I'm going to get up, I'm going to rise again, and tell me what power on this earth, not even the guards that guard the tomb would be able to hold me down. Ah, come on, somebody. I can imagine Jesus saying, don't count me out when you see me dying on this cross, because my condition is not my conclusion. Count me out. Look at somebody close to you and say, never count me out, because my condition is not my conclusion. If you believe that, give God the Lord a praise right now. Well, Pastor, what do you mean by my condition? I'm glad you asked that question, because I have an answer. Your condition is your current status. It's your existing circumstance. It's your prevailing problem. It's your ongoing issue. And what do you mean by my conclusion, Pastor? Well, I'm glad you asked that question as well. I have an answer for you as well. Your conclusion is your expected outcome. It's your completion. It's where you finish after the struggle is over. Your conclusion is how your story ends. The Friday that Jesus died was his condition, and the Sunday Jesus rose was his conclusion. It's not about where you start, my brothers and sisters, but it's about where you end. That sounds like a good quote to tell somebody. Say, neighbor, it's not about where you start, but it's about where you end. And right now I'm in between start and end. But wait a minute, my condition is not my conclusion. I'm about to finish this story the way God designed it. How many ready? How many ready to end it the way God determined before you were even born? My condition It's not my conclusion. It's not about where you start. It's about where you end. Solomon said in Ecclesiastes chapter 9 verse 11, he said the race is not to the swift, he said, nor the battle to the strong. Then Jesus came along in Matthew 10:22 and said, he that endureth to the end shall be saved. That means if you hang in there, I don't know who I'm talking to, I may be just talking to about a half a dozen of y'all, but if you hang in there and not give up, if you survive your struggle, be strong and stand even when the odds are against you, this too will pass. I dare you to say it to yourself. Say, this too will pass. No, say it till you feel it. Say, this too will pass. Your condition is never an indication that it's over. It's only an indication that you've been challenged to a fight. In the spirit realm, your condition is designed as an attack from the enemy to try and control your destiny. It's designed to rob you of your future. For many of you today, you've been living in your condition way too long. You've been living in your current status for years, dealing with the same old existing circumstances, confronting the same old prevailing problems, and still trying to resolve the same ongoing issues. Somebody needs to just confess to yourself and say, I've been there too long. But I declare to you today that it's time for you to step out of your condition into your conclusion. God has an expected outcome for your life, and it's not where you are in your current condition, but it's where you're going in your conclusion. Oh, come on, somebody. Where you are right now in your life is not supposed to be when the story ends. Did you hear me what I said? I said where you are right now in your life is not supposed to be how the story ends. It's time for a change because you've been there too long. Say it again, I've been here too long. It's time for you to get all you can from from God and get all God has for you. Whoever told you you'll never change lied to you. Whoever told you that your life was over had a serious mental condition, because your life is not over. If God says it's not over, then your life is not over. Somebody shout, it's not over until God says it's over. The doctor may have diagnosed your condition, but it's not over. The judge may have decided your case, but it's not over. That family member of yours may be in trouble, but it's not over. Hey, you may be filing for bankruptcy, but my brother and sister, it's not over. You may be filing for divorce, but it's not over. Your problems may be more than you can bear, but it's not over. You may be going through hell and high water, but it's not over. You may be discouraged, depressed, and disappointed, but it's not over. You may be suicidal and ready to give up, but it's not over. You may have failed and made a few mistakes, but it's not over. You may have a broken heart and someone may have let you down, but it's not over. Can you just touch somebody and say, your condition is not your conclusion, and say, it's not over until God says it's over. I'm going to give you 10 seconds of my time to jump on your feet and shout a praise if you believe it right now. Take your seat and shout this. It's not over. It's not over. Jeremiah 29:11 says, for I know the thoughts that I think towards you, saith the Lord, thoughts of peace and not of evil, to give you an expected end. I don't know who I'm talking to today, but the adversity that you're up against is only temporary. Your current situation did not come to stay, my brother. It came to pass. Paul said in 1 Corinthians 4:8, I may have trouble on every side, but it won't break me. I may be perplexed and confused, but it's not enough to make me quit. The enemy may hunt me down, but God will never forsake me. I may be knocked down, but I'm going to get back up and keep going, because there is a God who specializes in taking the negative experiences of our lives and turns it into a positive. Can you tell somebody God is going to turn that thing around? Because God always ends on a positive. So no matter what your current condition is, it's never your conclusion. Life must never be about where you are, but life must be about where you're going. Tell somebody, I'm going somewhere. So don't get used to me being where I am too long, because I'm going somewhere. I refuse to stay in the same place for the rest of my life. Tell somebody, I'm going somewhere. I'm forgetting the things that are behind me, and I'm reaching the things that are before me. Tell somebody, I'm going somewhere. I refuse to stay in the same place for the rest of my life, because I'm going somewhere. I'm chasing my destiny. I'm stepping into my purpose, and I'm going to get all God has for me. Somebody shout, my condition is not my conclusion. Clap your hands and give God a praise. Please be seated, my brothers and sisters, as I conclude my sermon, as I bring it to a close on this resurrection day. I need to offer one more word of encouragement to you, that no matter what you're going through in your life right now, you don't have to accept it as your conclusion. Come on. You do not have to accept it as your conclusion. No matter what you're going through. See, your condition may be that you can't see your way out, but your conclusion can be that God made a way out of no way. See, your condition may be that you have sickness in your body, but your conclusion can be that God worked a miracle of healing in my body, and with his stripes I'm healed. Your condition may be that your life is slowly unraveling and falling apart, but your conclusion can be that God restored you and put your life back together. Come on, somebody. Your condition may be that you're struggling with an addiction, but your conclusion can be that you've been delivered by the power of God. Your condition may be that you've fallen from the faith, but your conclusion can be that God gave you another chance. Oh, I wish I had somebody. Because if Jesus got up, then I can get up too. Tell somebody, it's not over until God says it's over. If Jesus got up, I can get up too. And just like God didn't leave Jesus Jesus in the grave, God will not leave you in your condition. I don't know who I'm talking to today, but your failure is not final. Your situation is about to change because your condition is not your conclusion. It's time to spoil the devil's party because your condition was designed to take you out. It was designed to keep you bound. It was designed to keep you depressed. It was designed to keep you discouraged. It was designed to keep you anxious and worried. It was designed to keep you frustrated. Every heartache, every pain, every disappointment, every setback, every failure, and everything the devil threw at you was designed to condition you for your demise. He expected you to collapse. He expected you to give up. He expected you to bail out. He expected you to surrender. He expected you to lose your mind. He expected you to never change. He expected you to just sit there and die in your current condition. But look at somebody, say, the devil is a liar, because your condition represented your Good Friday season. Let me say that again. Your current condition represented your Good Friday season, but Good Friday's gone. Tell somebody that season is over. Good Friday is over. That means your condition has come to a close because today is Resurrection Day. And when you woke up this morning, you just stepped into a new season of Resurrection Day experience in your life. It's time to step into your destiny and experience the new season of your life. You've been in that condition way too long. It's time for you to step into your conclusion. Yesterday ended last night. It's Resurrection Day. It's time to start a new experience in your life. It's time to make the devil out of a liar and claim everything that belongs to you. And if I'm talking to you, I need you to jump on your feet and I need you to say these words with an attitude like the devil's right in your face and say, it's not over until God says it's over. Now shout, my condition is not my conclusion. Now if you really believe it, give God a Resurrection Day praise.